I'm like, sis, you know, if you get pulled over, you could get shot too.
Right. Regardless of what you think you are. Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know that, right? You know that you're disposable to them. Look at what they're trying to do to Nene. They need Nene back on the show. But like, look at, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Nene burnt that bridge though. She not coming back ever.
Burnt that bridge, and she did burn that bridge. I mean, I think they just need to bring back
Phaedra.
Carlos, like the old producer who really got it popping. And yeah, Phaedra needs to come back. I don't want Candy to leave, but Phaedra.
Right. I don't want her to leave either, but Phaedra need to come back.
I want Phaedra to come back. I want Jocelyn Hernandez or somebody crazy to join the show.
Oh gosh, girl, it's gonna be physical fights on Atlanta then. Oh no, we not doing Jocelyn. Anybody else? Not Jocelyn. No.
We need some like.
No.
See, that's why we need just some chaotic energy. So that's why I think LaToya could be good on the show, but I just don't like that LaToya is actually coming off as colorist to me, and I don't like that. But that's for a different day. I don't like that wig comment that she made.
Right? Is that a pat or something?
Like, oh, really? So you know what I mean? But I think, yeah. Anyway, I just think they need, you know. Anyways, that's Atlanta. But I just don't think Andy did a really good job. And I do feel like why are you, like, you acting like you don't know that investments are a thing? Like, he was
shocked that she knew about it. That's why.
Yeah. So you think you better than us. And that's my thing with Candiace. Like I was saying, like, at the end of the day, like Jay-Z said, you still.
Girl. So, let me ask you this.
Sorry to cuss.
You know, we talk, you know, Monique has her flaws, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody has a good and bad side.
She has T'Challa.
T'Challa is an access, honey. He's an accent. He's an access.
No, Monique has her flaws, and Monique was.
Let me ask you this. How did you feel about her? What did she say? Let me think. Don't be mad at me because you embarrassed because you asked to get dragged and you got dragged. And that laugh at the end of that confessional. How did you feel about that?
Monique is out of her mind, and Monique is absolutely crazy. Like, but I stand. Okay, here's the thing. It's real. You got what you asked for. I do think that. I also think that. Okay, let's shift it off of Candiace. I think Monique is actually better fitted for Real Housewives of Atlanta. I feel that strongly. I feel like that is more of her lane. Because I feel like, no, Monique, if you put your hands on me, I'm gonna put, like, that situation would have never happened with Portia. Like, I feel like Portia and Candiace probably have a lot of things in common, but Portia just doesn't come from, like, she grew up in those, like, high society circles as well, but Portia is just likable because she likes the people, although I'm not sure that her activism, I'm not sure if it's just for the cameras or not, but anyway, but I feel like, you know, if Monique was on that energy with some other franchises, they would match it. You know what I'm saying? So I do think that, I think Monique was upset with all of the rumors and stuff. And so I do think that she was intentional, and I can absolutely see how she plotted for things to play out this way with that laugh. I can absolutely see that. I just don't have a problem with it because I feel like it was justified.
It made me cringe. I was like, whoa, Monique, whoa. Look.
Nah, she absolutely plotted, and she was ridiculous. I was like, you know, I wanted them to stop asking her about if she was remorseful on the show. I wanted them to stop asking her that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like they were trying to beat an apology out of her. If you're not sorry, you're not sorry.
But I also didn't like the way that she was like, I'm like, why? Like, she went to there, like, well, they showed the therapy episodes of her trying to figure out why you beat this girl down, or you didn't beat her down, why you had the little scuffle with her. We know why you have to scuffle with her. Why is this a thing? I was annoyed that they were trying to force her to be apologetic and see it deeper than what it was. But I was also really annoyed with her with Monique for also like, I don't know why I did this. I just blacked out. And I think that Andy was just shocked because she didn't regret it. And she just said it, and she wasn't gonna have the tears, she wasn't gonna fake it for you. She wasn't gonna have the tears and the waterworks. I think that Monique was very intentional, and I think some things played out exactly like, I think up through the beatdown, that played out how she wanted it to. I just think she was shocked of how they treated her after the fact, because we haven't seen the way that Monique Samuels was treated. We haven't seen that on any other shows. And so I also think that she came in thinking that she was gonna be the HBIC. Well, that role was already filled with I think Karen, but then also with even Giselle, you know what I mean? But I feel like she came on the show thinking that she had something to prove because she has all of the things, right? She's got money. She is drop dead gorgeous. Oh my God, I feel like we don't talk about her apology look enough. When she had the bob and that really pretty blouse on, and she held the baby for effects, and like, you know, she's so pretty. You know, she has the kids, she has the superstar, or I don't know if he was a superstar, but like the athletic husband, like, you know, she had all of these things, but she didn't. She was no. I think
she was looking for acceptance.
That's it right there. She was looking for acceptance because she has all of the elements and the ingredients.
Right.
But she never just became like the main thing. Like, that's just, she hasn't become that. And I think that she was like, wow, I don't know, because even if you look at her social media, I remember she posted some pictures of her, oh my God, her kids are so cute. But it's just like, you're trying to be really, really perfect here, and you don't need to be really perfect here. And so I think that she plotted some of this stuff in the beginning, but I do think that there was still those rumors and all of that stuff. I think that those plots, I do think that the girls were talking about her.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm not sure who started that plot. I'm not sure who started it.
Charisse, right?
They say that it was Gigi, which was Monique's old friend.
Okay.
Ran to Charisse. Charisse then told her other people, and somehow during Andy's baby shower, they were gonna start the rumor or whatever. Within Potomac.
Okay.
I don't really know. I just feel like.
But honestly, that's some like rich woman stuff, because I'm thinking of other some rich white circles that I know where they start rumors and they get messy like that.
But the paternity of a child.
But like, I think this is some rich stuff. Like, I think it's just some rich stuff, but like the Samuels took it serious.
Yeah, because the girls saw Chris. Chris is not playing with that.
Now, I think Chris was, I understood why he was so protective, and I understood why he was so defensive. I think Chris needs to watch the way that he speaks to women 100%.
Right.
I did not like that at all. And even like, if I was a man or if I was a woman, I would beat y'all. Like, I don't like that at all. That gives me abusive vibes. That gives me abusive tease. And it makes me wonder if Monique was scared of like, you know, what the repercussions could be for that. And I'm not trying to put that energy or put that spirit onto Chris. I'm not saying that Chris is an abusive person. There have been some allegations though, and it's not looking
good. I hope not though. I really hope not.
The allegations with how you've treated other women, and then looking at kind of like some of the things that you've said, and then seeing how Monique kind of she did wild out a little bit. Like, it was more of the stuff after the scuffle. It does make me look sideways. You cannot talk to women any type of way. You need to be real mindful of that. But, you know, I think that's why I appreciated Chris, Candiace's husband, for being there, because I feel like he brought the balance and kept that in check. I don't know.
Well, at least he owned it though. He did own it and he apologized at the reunion. So that I can respect. He was probably just still amped up from hearing these people plotting on his new baby, his wife. So when you are in a genuine marriage, yeah, you're going to be bothered.
Yeah,
you're going to be bothered because they're attacking something that's real, something that you put all of this hard work, effort, and, you know, love into. And your baby, I believe at that time he was like 3 months or something like that. Like,
yeah, I just think children should be off
limits.
Like off limits. You shouldn't talk about children. However, your children are in the show.
Right. So it can happen.
So anytime you introduce, because like for instance, I noticed that LaToya's kids are not on the show.
Right.
On Real House. And Adam, even her soon-to-be ex-husband or whatever they're doing, he's not on the show, which makes me wonder if that was a part of them getting a divorce. It's like, nah, I don't want my kids a part of. Like, I'm real curious what's going on there, and maybe they'll explore it. But like, if you don't want something to be the topic of discussion, you don't put them on there. That's why celebrities are very protective. Beyonce and Jay-Z are really intentional about what they expose, because when you put your kids into something, then they become the topic of discussion. However, and because people don't have any like integrity, like even if your kid was on the show, there's just certain things that I'm not gonna do. It really breaks my heart, but it's also weird to see people talk about Riley, Kandi Burruss's daughter, so much in like a negative way, because I'm like, that's a kid. Granted, she's 18 now, but I'm like, I just don't like when people talk about
that's still somebody's daughter. Yeah,
it's still somebody's baby. Like I don't. We met them as children, and they are not grown yet. So don't do that. Don't talk about their kids. So I would have handled all of this stuff off camera. But again, what I have to remind myself is this is a show, and we're here to be entertained. And I think that the producers and all of them, and maybe even the cast, probably see this as real productive, because the show ended a couple weeks ago and we're still talking about it and people are still talking about it. So to me, this was actually quite successful. I'm glad that Monique left the show, but I want to see Monique go on. I really want to see her on Real Housewives of Atlanta, because I want to see if she could hold her own over there, because I think she would meet more of her matches over there. I want to see her on something else. I just don't think that Potomac was a good fit, because Potomac is an elitist show. So you have to be able to take the words without, coming to fisticuffs. But at the same time, Candiace just needs to know, run up, get done up.
I like how Monique decided to announce that she left the show. She waited. She held. I mean, the fact that they had to wait for that reunion so long. She aired it. Okay, Andy messed up, because we are supposed to know more of what was in that binder. Just saying. Yeah. But I feel like the way she, did the reunion, said what she had to say. Chris said what he had to say. They went home, slept well. She got her contract, and then was like, you know what? Nah, it's no longer for me. Like, but if I'm not mistaken, she said she's done with Bravo totally. So she probably won't go to Atlanta. Yeah.
Well, I think that she is really, I don't know. I think she's meant for TV.
Yeah, we want to see more.
I want to see more. I want to see more of her. I also want to see people give her the energy that she gives out. I do not like to see, well, that's not really true. Let me not lie. I was gonna say, I don't like to see people fighting. But I do want to see us represent ourselves in a particular way, for sure, just because I feel like there are, and I think this is what Wendy was coming from, like, people already think the worst of us, so like, don't give them something. But at the same time, I'm like, nah, we real, we're ourselves. We need to
live our life.
We need to be able to live our lives, and also like, don't act like every other group of people
are not out there
like doing this stuff too. Like, what if you talk to me crazy, if you put your hand in my face, like some things just might pop off, and that just is the way it is. We didn't talk about Karen very much.
No, and I still have a couple of questions because Karen really wasn't, involved in anything deep.
Nah,
I will ask this. Do you think that
Giselle.
do you think Giselle is I got her down. Do you think that Karen purposely tried to set up Monique and Candiace to arrive at her event at the same time?
Yes, but I think her intentions were good. I think that she did that because she wanted them to talk. She wanted to create a moment for them to come together and come to some sort of, I don't know if amends is the right word, but just come to some sort of understanding. I do think that it was intentional.
So you think
Absolutely.
she
lied? Yeah.
Okay.
I do. I do. I think it didn't play out the way that she wanted it to, but I absolutely do. And then again, it could have also been because she wanted the drama because it's a show with producers. So, but I would like to believe that the reason she did that is because she wanted, those are two of her friends. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I think one would have been in one corner, the other would have been in another corner. And she would have went over and just like, you know what? Let's just have a conversation and see if we can work this out. I think she was setting herself up to be the peacemaker by having them come together. And it was a risk that either would have worked out or it would not have gone so well. Absolutely.
Okay. I don't feel like she did it. I don't feel like she did it on purpose. I feel like she would have been changing the times like she said. Now, we have known Karen to be a little, curvy on her truth as well.
Absolutely.
But in that particular situation, I don't think she would have tried it because it's too detrimental. There is charges and stuff flaring through the air.
Yeah. But that's why I think she did. Like, I think it would have been like, y'all, this is ridiculous. And I think she would have pulled on the emotional strings of Candiace. Like, I would have been like, look, you have been to her home. You have been around her children. Mm-hmm. I would have just started running through the bonds and the connections that they made. I would have done the same thing for me. I would have started, like, I don't know, maybe I think because I'm a creative, so my mind just kind of goes there. So I'm just kind of like, I could see it having been a productive moment. I absolutely could. Yeah. Maybe she was telling the truth there and it wasn't intentional and she didn't do it on purpose.
Right.
But I could see her trying to create a moment for them to come to some type of good terms.
I can see her doing that, but I can't see her doing that on camera.
At a party, at her
with
party.
Production, cameras, because the production crew is not going to let them be in the same room. Not after it went legal, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
so, but it was dropped. I could see Karen doing that off camera.
But the charges had been dropped at that point, right?
No.
Oh. So maybe it was maybe it wasn't intentional. I still feel like it was. And then also it could have been her being shady as well.
Could have been, yeah.
To create more drama. It could have been.
But you're going to take two friends to create drama.
Two of your friends.
And I do
think that she is genuinely friends with both of them. I absolutely do. But that's why I think that I think she was trying to create a moment for them, for two of her friends to come together. But I could, if they're really your friends, you would do that off camera. I can understand all sides there. I do think she did it though, on purpose.
So let's talk about Giselle.
Oh Lord.
All right. So, what do you think about her and Pastor Jamal Bryant's relationship?
I think that Giselle and Jamal, because we need to hold him accountable as well. I think first of all, what I don't play about is Jesus. No, ma'am. I don't play about God. I don't play about misrepresenting God. I think when you are in a place of leadership within the church, and when you are a pastor, bishop, missionary, whatever, sweet saint of God. And when that is your platform that you build it on, I think there is a way that you carry yourself. I think there's a way to still be real and to be authentic, and to not, like, I'm not saying you gotta put on airs and act like I'm not saying you gotta act like you're not, like, real life don't happen.
Right.
However, I think it's absolutely ridiculous for you to be a man of God and for you to be a woman of God, and to be, first of all, I don't have a lot of respect for Giselle, period, because she pushes, oh, I'm a first lady, I'm this and that, but you out here being really messy, which is completely opposite of the way we're supposed to do things in love and kindness. And we're supposed to be the light that reflects the love of Jesus Christ, which is to love all people, which is to be understanding and to be accepting. And Giselle is not like that at all. And
Giselle is so critical.
She's so
judgmental.
Yes.
Oh.
And she's such a bully on this show. So my issues with Giselle, I get real serious about it, because there are a lot of people who have been hurt because of the way the Giselles of this world, who say that they're Christians, who, like, that's her tagline, I'm the baddest thing walking and the most anointed thing talking. Don't do that. You're misrepresenting, and this is why people don't mess with the church, because of people like you. You say that you're all of this, but then you out here being messy and nasty and treating people bad and stuff like that. I don't like that. And I don't like that Jamal Bryant, I mean, I feel like he was just trying to help her get a check.
So you think he was playing along?
I absolutely think that he was playing along. Mm-hmm. I do think he was playing along with it because he wanted to, and I think he was in a tricky position, because this is a source of income for his wife, which also helps to put to put food on the table for his kids and stuff like that. So I could see why he would want to go or want to support her and go along with it. But I also think that, again, it's really messy, and I'm really frustrated with how some of these men in clergy and whatever, like, I'm thinking of him, I'm thinking of John Gray, I'm thinking of, although he took, it's different, there's Carl Lentz, which is a little bit different, but like how y'all keep getting called to the stage over your foolishness, and you continue to do your foolishness, and you don't really take accountability for it, or when you do, but then you keep doing it again. Now, we all fall down, we all fall short, but, like, be real about it, be transparent about it. So I think Monique was right to drag Giselle the way that she did. I think I could go on and on.
Giselle attacked so many people's marriages since she's been on this platform.
Yeah.
She has attacked every marriage except Wendy's. And I don't know.
It's because
she even throws shade at Robyn's situation.
Yes.
Even though they're not married, she throws shade at that too.
She throws shade, like, that's her. I think she's played the game of Real Housewives.
Right.
I think she has played it strategically, and for the most part, I think that she has played it well, because she seems to have favor with Andy. Candiace has favor with Andy, and Giselle has favor with Andy, and probably production or whatever. I think that she's done these things on purpose, and she's been real strategic about it. I just feel a way when you are supposed to be representing Christ, and this is the way that you're acting. That is completely opposite of the way that we have been called to share light and love with people.
Right. I agree with that. But honestly, when Giselle calls herself the first lady, I'm like, girl, you
are lying.
You are good for a laugh. You're not even married. You're going.
You ain't got no man.
She will. She said she will always be first lady. Why would you want to hold that title
with Jamal Bryant?
And you're not married. Like, you're claiming something. It makes her look like a fool. That's all I'm saying.
But I mean, how are you on the Housewives show and you ain't a wife?
That's how she started out.
And that's, I guess so. But Giselle is very Kenya to me. Like, they give me they give me the same like real pretty, beautiful, I exist energy. And that's what Wendy was talking about when she was like, you know, Giselle's a pretty girl. She doesn't have to, because pretty people, you know, there's pretty privileges thing. And they don't have to do as much. Like they just don't. They get to, you know what I'm saying? So I think she's nasty. I think she's really mean, and I was really excited to see Monique and her binder like not let up one bit, because she has been that way. She has been relentless in her verbal attacks on people, on like everyone, on
everybody
at some point in time. She was nice to Wendy because that's her soror. That's why she was nice to Wendy.
So you need a reason to be nice though. That's why. Look.
And that's like, and that's not, you shouldn't have like, and at the same time, because let's be fair, people do say that Karen doesn't like people unless you suck up to her or whatever. So I think there's a few people who have that sense of entitlement of like people needing to suck up to you and stuff like that. I think Monique does not like to suck up to people. She's just like, feels like, no, I am the prize. So I think that's why you have all of these like different interminglings and stuff like that, or little issues. But I just, you know, I think Giselle's delusional. I think Jamal thinks Giselle's delusional. Her daughters think that their parents,
they hate it.
You know, they hate it. They hate it here. I hate this church.
But you know what? Why would you do that and shine light on your church through the reality show where you play like you're in a relationship with someone?
I don't know, and it's really I don't understand what I think he was trying to support Giselle. Okay. Maybe they were trying to make an effort to work things out. I did watch his video of him giving the, you know, reply to Monique and stuff like that. But
he never denied anything.
He never denied the children.
He never denied. He never even said that he was with Giselle. He never even said he was with her.
One time did he say I think he was not defending Giselle. I think he was defending himself as a father. And I do believe his things in regards to that, like saying that, no, I missed my flight, so that's why I wasn't at the photo shoot. I think he cares about his girls.
But getting a manicure though, like you on chill mode, like, hey, do me.
I don't even think Jamal liked Giselle, and I think that Giselle's daddy was right. I think I think he was spot on, and I don't understand why. I just feel like, for as uppity as Potomac is, there are a lot of insecure women on that show.
Oh, yeah.
And I just want them all to, again, find yourself. I think Monique, you know, I think all of them, actually, like we can pinpoint situations in every single last one of them. Mm-hmm. They feel like the leftovers that couldn't quite make it on other franchises, so they all came together. But that's what Black elites do often. So they can't hold their own, so they come together to create a super group of irrelevance. Right.
How did you feel when Giselle confirmed his number? Like, I can think in that particular moment, I know exactly where I was, what I was doing.
Yes.
Me and my husband, we were into the TV like, I said, she's not going to confirm it. She is not going to confirm that number. She is not. And my husband's like, she's going to confirm it. She's going to confirm. I was like, she is not.
Listen.
When she confirmed that number, I fell backwards on the bed. I was like, are you serious?
She couldn't deny it. Like, she couldn't deny it. She knew it was the truth. She had a look of, like, shock the whole time.
She was bothered.
She was upset. She looked, she was disturbed.
Yes.
There was nothing that she could say to deny it.
I mean, Andy straight up asked.
And because you have been nasty for seasons and you have treated people so evil on the seasons, you can't do nothing but sit there and take it. There is nothing that you can say or do.
Let me tell you.
Vengeance is sweet. And that vengeance was sweet. And Karen dragged her a little bit.
Girl, they tag teamed her. They tag teamed her, and Monique went in for the KO. Okay.
Robyn did what she could to defend her, but she know her friend. Like, and I do think they are real friends. She know her friend, so there really wasn't anything that she could say. Like,
it didn't even matter.
Candiace was upset that Monique was even there. Candiace, was just, like, she didn't want Monique to speak or whatever at all. There's nothing that she can say, and Ashley is mean and evil, so she, of course, was living for it. But Giselle got exactly what she, like, you reap what you sow, and it was just reaping season, and it is reaping season for Giselle, but she'll be all right. Again, she a pretty light-skinned woman. She'll be all right. She'll be fine.
Well, if her other green-eyed bandit is gone, I would like to see, what if Monique is gone, Robyn's gone.
Yeah,
I know Giselle is going to remain Giselle.
Oh yeah, Giselle not going nowhere.
I can just imagine whoever they brings in, that's going to be the person that Giselle harps on.
Yeah, see, now you're talking strategy. I think we're going to see, first of all, I think Giselle, because I watched a couple episodes of the recaps where I think Giselle, Portia, and two of the other ladies.
I hate that show.
I don't understand what it is, but I watched some of it, and Giselle looked beautiful. Oh my God.
Yeah, she is drop dead gorgeous.
So I think she's going to either she's going to run with it and just own that she's just tacky and tasteless, but I think we're going to see her step her game up, like as far as fashion and hair and makeup go. I think we might see that because she is bad. And she could, she's naturally bad, but she could really step into that or whatever, enhance herself. So I think we're going to see an enhanced Giselle. I think we're going to see Giselle and Wendy probably get closer, definitely, especially if Robyn really is fired. I think we might see that. What I don't want to see Wendy become her sidekick.
Right, because I feel like Giselle is going to have that sidekick. Going to have that sidekick. Either
the new person is going to come in on some similar energy as Monique, which is what I hope. Yeah, that's what I really, really hope. I want people to put Giselle to the fire. That's what she deserves. It's honestly, it's what she deserves. But I don't think that it's too late for her to get her act together and to turn it around. You know what I mean?
Right.
I would also like to see Giselle and Karen come to some sort of amends or whatever, because I really like them. But listen, if everybody is getting along, then we don't have a show.
You know what? I don't think Karen and Giselle will ever come to amends because I can't remember what I was watching, but Karen said they were truly friends in real life.
Yeah.
And she noticed that when it was time to film, Giselle was always being shady towards her, and for seasons and seasons and seasons. And this year is when Karen said that she's no longer going to just put up this facade. She's going to give it back to Giselle.
Yeah.
So we know Karen is going to be on her A game. Praise God for wig technology, honey, because Karen has come a long way.
She looks phenomenal. I did like Karen. I just thought they were all elitists. So I saw it for what it was in season 1. Karen has completely elevated. She's completely stepped up. I'm happy that her and Ray are working it out. Listen, because the older folks are really out here getting divorced and married.
Right. After being together for like 50 years. It's like, what?
Like later in life, but I think Karen, reality hit her when they went through the tax issues and stuff like that. And I think what we saw her elevate. Right. And that's all I want to see. That's what I want to see with Giselle. Take these criticisms, take all this stuff, get rid of Jamal. Like, get rid of him, step your game up, and elevate. That's what I want to see. And I'm not saying, you know, like, I don't know. I think there's a way to do your shade and, you know, be nasty nice and all of that stuff in a way, but that's not harmful. Like, don't be Candiace harmful about it.
Right. I want to see Giselle take pure ownership. But that would not be the Giselle we know on Potomac. So I think she's going to remain true to her Potomac image. I don't think she's like that in real life. Let me say that. I don't think she's like that in real life.
I do. I could totally see her being like that in real life. I know them church ladies like that. I'm a PK. I'm a pastor's kid. My mom is a missionary. So
okay.
I can, so yeah, you know, my mom didn't mess with a lot of people because of the nasty nice. Like, we're not doing that. Like, I'm gonna just be nasty with you if you think.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, maybe I could see her not being so extra in real life or whatever, but I do genuinely think she thinks she's better than other people.
Oh, yeah.
I absolutely think that's real, and I think she does have the complex where she thinks that people need to just love her because of her looks or whatever. And I think she's pretty. I mean, I'm not saying that, like, but I think like Candiace is like drop dead gorgeous. I think
Candiace is beautiful.
Like, oh my gosh, she's radiant. She's absolutely radiant. Monique, radiant to me. Wendy is really, really, I thought she looked good for the most part at the reunion. Her makeup was a little bit heavy, but I think she's absolutely drop dead gorgeous. Like, Robyn is a pretty person as well. Karen has stepped it up. Okay? And I think Karen is absolutely beautiful. So, sorry, my phone went off. I forgot it's connected to I'm on my computer right now. So yeah, I want to see Giselle take ownership, like you said, and I want to see her step up. I absolutely do. I'm curious to see who they bring in, because whoever they bring in is either going to have to fall in line or they're going to have to hold their own.
Right. As far as Candiace, I really want to see Candiace. I want to see a whole new Candiace, and not just temporary.
I would watch a spinoff. As much as I just said about Candiace, I would literally watch a spinoff. If Candiace had her own
thing,
her own special or her own show, I think Candiace is like talented, right? Like, I'm like, Candiace, I get why you're here. So take this platform and really build from it. As critical as I am of Candiace, it's because I'm like, you got some natural things here, like talent here. You know what I mean? Use your words the way that you can attack with your words. My whole thing is use it for good. You're going after the wrong people. Like, that should have been Candiace and Giselle. Like, hold her to the coals. Hold Giselle to the fire. You know what I mean? Like, I think in an unelitist way, I think Candiace is better than Potomac. Like, sis. And I think she was in a movie. I feel like I saw
Lottery. Yeah. It was it was decent.
Yeah.
I'll say the acting was good except for one person, but that person wasn't Candiace. Candiace did her thing.
Take some acting classes. Like, keep building these skills. Her song was good. Candiace just has talent. Candiace is like an artist. So like,
I like her remix.
I do like the remix. Build your artistry and go from there. But I like her. I would watch, as much as I just said, like, oh my gosh, she's like a child, like, be grown. I would watch a like growing Candiace show. Like, I would watch a spin off of that, because I think when Candiace comes into the full realization of herself, I think she's bomb. And I think she has the potential to do some really great things. So it's just really disappointing for me to see you be upset that somebody snatched you up real quick. All she did was snatch her up. And that was just a little,
Yeah. But Trenelle, it has been really fun doing this with you.
Yes.
I thank you. I love you, girl.
I love you too. I am so excited. Like, we have to do this again. You know, I think you should watch, if you haven't, have you watched Real Housewives of Utah or Salt Lake City?
Salt Lake City. Yeah, I like them.
I like them a lot. Are you reviewing them?
No.
Why?
It's a lot of work reviewing shows.
It is.
It's a lot.
That's a
lot of work. That's why I'm not reviewing Atlanta. I was going to review Atlanta, but to me, it's not good enough. It's not worth my time.
I would love to see your reviews though on
Salt Lake.
On Salt Lake City, because Salt Lake City is that show. You see, I hope no real scuffles break out, but those are really wealthy women,
right,
who say some like nasty stuff sometimes. But like, I don't know. I just feel like in the black lady, she is out of her.
Mary, I need somebody to get her some better hair. I get bothered every scene she.
Mary is out of her mind. I'm on episode 3. I started watching it again last night. I really like that show. The fashion. I love the fashion of she's upset with Mary because Mary called her.
I can't think of her name, but we know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I would watch her review. I like your channel.
Girl, when you're in stilettos in the snow, honey.
I said, girl, what are you doing? Like, you were delusional. But yeah, this season of Potomac was a lot.
It was a lot. You know what? It was really good, but it was very stressful to watch. I'm really glad that it's over, to be honest. But I really want to see I really want to see Candiace do something different. She cannot come crying next season because I cannot take it. I'm serious.
I want to see her, like, you know, like, if I was opening the show, I would open it with Candiace, like, you know, like in fake tears and be like, nope,
no more.
Over. Like, I want to, as much as I'm saying all this about Candiace, I just want her to realize things about herself and then grow. I want to see, and I think that the show is going to focus on Candiace next season, but I would like to see Candiace beyond the Real Housewives of Potomac, because I don't think that it's doing her any favor.
Right. I think she needs to start building businesses and kind of using that as a platform to promote herself and her businesses and her stuff. That's what you're supposed to do. Yeah. But I think some people get caught up.
Yeah, that's what I want to see from Candiace. Because clearly she has something, because we talking about her. So.
Right. She's talented. She really is. Like, her acting was on point. In that movie, she pretty much played herself. Had the singing career, spoiled brat. She pretty much played herself.
Yep.
But her acting, there was no disconnect. Like, it was real acting. Now, there was somebody else. I'm not going to put her out there, but she needs some help. But it was not Candiace. The movie was actually pretty decent.
Yeah. I saw clips of it. I was like, oh, that's Candiace.
I almost thought about reviewing that too, but then I was like,
give us some reviews, because I like what you have to say and I like your take on stuff. And I be like, so when I do comment, it be like paragraphs, because well, my thing with a lot of reviewers sometimes, and there's like, I have my favorites who I've been watching for years. Like, it's just, a lot of times I watch reviews and I don't even watch the show. I just
because it's that detailed, right?
Yeah, because it's that detailed. But I just appreciate how when you can be open, like non-biased. Like me, I don't do reviews because I'm biased. Like, clearly,
I don't feel like I'm biased though, because I can call everybody out for their right and their wrong.
Whereas me, I would be like, well, I would be more defensive of people. Like, but I feel like you give everyone a fair.
I try.
Shot. You try, and you can. I feel like you're willing to let people grow and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. You feel like a real journalist. To me, I don't know if that's if that's something that you've explored or whatever. Like, I would read your write-ups and all of that stuff, like, if you did those things. So I would love to see some more reviews. I'm really excited to see your channel grow. Like, in your consistency and all of that stuff. Like,
yes.
I'm excited. It's gonna be a good year for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, girl.
Yes.
This has been really fun. I do appreciate you. It's amazing how we connected. I actually found you off of your honey pot review.
Yeah.
I've been subscribed and watching you ever since. So y'all subscribe to her channel, subscribe to mine if you haven't already.
My Instagram and my Twitter is onlynellyv, but on YouTube it's just Trenelle.
So,
and to my subbies, please give my girl Toya a follow, subscribe to her channel. I'm going to put all of her links in my description below. Her Instagram as well. I don't know if you're on Twitter, and I'm a Twitter girl.
I'm on Twitter. I just got on there. All right, girl. Thank you so much. We're definitely gonna have to do this again. We had too much fun not to do this again.
For sure. You make me want to like actually pay real attention so we can really like dive into these topics for sure. I just want to see Candiace do better. And
right.
I want to see her win. I want to see everybody win. I know I probably come off real harsh on Candiace. I want to see Giselle learn her lesson and do better. I want to see Monique on a whole other show. Absolutely. I want Robyn to step into her own essence, and I want Karen to continue to elevate, and I want Dr. Wendy to continue to explore life outside of the expectations that your parents set for you.
Right.
And I want to see her continue to represent Nigerian culture. I love her and her husband and her kids.
They go through a lot.
They go through a lot. I want them I want her to open up more
about that, right?
Things, because I think that Wendy could be a really good, I think she could be a long time cast member. I do see that for her. So, and I want to see someone else host these reunions. I would like to see a Black woman host these reunions, like Bevy Smith or someone.
Okay.
Like somebody who can hold everybody accountable and be fair and not someone who is profiting off of these women.
Right. True. You said a mouthful there.
Yes. So thank you so much, y'all, for watching. I feel like we're gonna have to post 2 parts.
I know. Oh gosh, it's been almost 2 hours.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this is gonna have to be
part
1 and 2 or maybe 3. I don't know.
I don't know. But it was really good. We definitely have to do this again.
So y'all go subscribe, tune in, and until next time.
See you next time, y'all.